Hello and vanakkam என் உயிரினு மேலான இனிய தமிழ் மக்களே. This is your host RJ Venki with another episode of Southern Spice, the only Tamil program on FM and AM radio in the New York, New Jersey tri-state region, playing on Radio Zindagi 1310 AM in Parsippany, 96.7 FM in Edison, New Jersey, and 540 AM in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, but also streaming on Facebook and YouTube all over the world on Southern Spice USA channels. Again, that's Southern Spice USA channel on Facebook and YouTube. Today is another episode in the series of Gifted Gabbers, the very, very high achieving high schoolers among us in the USA. And these kids have been doing some phenomenal work. I'm telling you, this is just too good. And today I have a very talented youngster, a senior in high school from Austin, Texas. His name is Likhit. Likhit is a passionate advocate for adaptive sports. He's witnessed firsthand the transformative power of play and the importance of community support. With a background rooted in advocacy and hands on experience, he's dedicated his life to ensuring that every child can experience both the thrill of play and the strength of friendship. His personal journey, marked by challenges overcome and milestones achieved, continues to inspire and drive the mission at Buddy Up Sports. Okay, so that's a brief intro, but let's hear more from the hero himself. Hey, Likhit, welcome to Southern Spice.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good to have you on the show. And I know you're in Austin. It's a beautiful day out here in New Jersey. How's the weather?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little moody right now, but it should be fine.
Perfect. Okay. All right, Likith. Let's get started right away. You're doing something very exciting, very interesting, very inspiring, I should say. So,
Yes.
why don't you tell us more about yourself and what you're passionate about?
Yeah, sure. As Venki already introduced me, my name is Likhit Juluri, and I am a senior at Meridian World School in Round Rock, Texas. Growing up, I've always been passionate about being involved in everything and encouraging everyone to be part of everything. And starting with getting involved in sports at schools such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, made me fall in love with playing sports and participating and showing my leadership within those teams. And I'm also passionate about inventing something new,
Mhm.
especially things that can have more of an emotional impact rather than a economical impact that would make me money. But I would rather have a emotional impact, which would give me personal satisfaction in the future. And I also hope to use the skills that I've gained throughout my whole life to make a impact on someone in a way that can be memorable for a lifetime, not only for me but also for them. And I hope to do that by being who I am, which is caring and supportive of everyone, disregarding of their abnormalities, and showing that I care about everyone.
Beautiful. So that's how you started Buddy Up Sports, right? So share with us how that concept started. What inspired you to start that initiative?
Yeah, sure. Knowing that I had to do something in my community, I knew I had to find a way that I can give back to them. The only way I was able to do that within the local area was going to Camp, which is a place where uh, students and children with disabilities and autism come to have an exclusive time with other students such as I to have fun and learn many new things so that they can also feel included in the daily events that everyone else takes part of. And this is where I have learned many things about discrimination and the effect it's going to have on these children, which has broke my heart. And I knew I could also make this work outside of Camp, which is when I had the first-hand idea of creating Buddy Up Sports.
Nice. So, did you face any difficulties or challenges in trying to stand this up in this initiative?
Oh yes, there were many challenges. Not only did I have to influence my parents to letting me start this program, I also had to think about the fact that it's going to take a lot of money for especially making these events, gathering people, and im- um, and then hosting these events at my house and the park and the local park. And on top of reassuring my parents, I also had to work more harder to gain money because my parents were not willing to support me because they didn't know how much of an impact this would have. So I had to put in my own work and work harder and earn money, which I immediately put back into the program, which was really amazing because I was working harder for something I wanted to do, which would not only affect me but also others, like I said earlier. And not only did I get like a pure satisfaction, because I also learned many new things. I've learned perseverance, and I've learned how to be patient with how I earn money and how I help
Mhm.
people out there.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So, what's the core mission of Buddy Up Sports? What exactly are adaptive sports, and why is it so important, right, for children with different abilities?
Yeah, the core mission I would say of Buddy Up Sports is to ensure equality and inclusivity for everyone in the community out there. Not only for children with autism, not only for children with disabilities, but everyone. I hope this would make a um, I hope this would make like a visibility of inclusion, so everyone is included, not only just in this field. And I would say adaptive sports are simply just sports that have been modified, so everyone with different abilities can be fully participating in the event or sport, like Buddy Up Sports. And some examples that I can give out for this are I made a lighter basketball,
Mm.
and I also started lowering a hoop, which involved a lot of heavy weight lifting and all that. And I've also had to provide special equipment like wheelchairs that were more sensitive, which there were many to find out there, but obviously very expensive. And one of the most important part of this was that I had to um, I had to adjust the rules. I know it's not ethically right, but what what do I have to do to make everyone feel inclusive? I had to make sure they fit in. The only way I was able to do that is by changing the rules and making it more inclusive for everyone. And also mainly because sports aren't just about winning, I was able to do that. It was more about having fun, having the ability to feel included, like I've said many times earlier. And yeah, that's that's how that's
Terrific.
the
So for most kids with disabilities, I think traditional sports kind of unintentionally shut them off, right? They
yeah,
cannot play because they're competitive, and the goal is to only win, not to just
yeah,
enjoy and play. So I
that's
think
right.
what you're trying to do is to remove those kind of barriers and let them enjoy the sport rather than have the pressure of winning.
That's exactly right. And
Beautiful.
yeah, and especially hosting this on my community driveway, it's not really competitive. It's just the main point of this is to have fun.
Beautiful. Well, that's a very good thought, Likhit. I think you're going on the right path. So, why don't you walk us through some of the main programs you run, like your workshops and events, and how do they work?
Yeah, sure. I've mentioned this earlier, but there's more. So starting off with I started off with hosting events and workshops on on my home driveway, where
Mm.
I have a basketball hoop by myself, where I had to lower that hoop, and that was one of the workshops I had, where I was able to teach these children how to play basketball, like basic skills such as dribbling, shooting the ball, and running. And then I was able to expand to my local park where I was able to use their field with the HOA's permission to perform soccer events. Where not only did I have to get many soccer balls just because of the outreach my events had because of the impact they're having, I've also had to gain more volunteers, which my friends were able to help out for me. Um, yeah, and I've also hosted other sports at my school where I was able to connect with the special education program and department so that I can run these events at school, such as our basketball courts. I was also able to start the volleyball sports. And Mainly, as I've said earlier, all of these sports are surrounded around inclusion. Like I said, it's about adjusting the rules, sometimes providing modified equipment, but the goal is the same. Every children gets to participate fully.
Beautiful.
And yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
oh no, you're okay. And I've also started to host some seasonal events, such as like tournaments, just because of the vast majority of people that come are children, and they like to be competitive, which is what I'd like to realize over the time. And that I was able to hold these weekend tournaments of sports, and which also brought families and volunteers and local athletes to come together to have something they can connect to, which were sports. And yeah, and I'm planning on making more events for the future.
Awesome. So apart from, of course, the basic understanding that this will help children with different abilities to also enjoy sports, uh,
Yeah.
what else do you hope it will achieve for these kids, right? How do adaptive sports benefit their participants beyond just physical activity, like in terms of building self-confidence, social skills, or even in their studies, right, in academics?
Right. I feel like I've emphasized this enough, but it's really important that what I really hope Buddy of Sports achieves is a sense of belonging for every children and inclusivity. And adaptive sports are more than just modified games. They also create opportunity for kids of all different abilities to feel proud of what they can contribute in, though they haven't really been exposed to that field before. And on the field, they really also do discover new strengths, learn to trust teammates, and just simply talk to more children out there that are their age, and also mainly to experience the joy of shared achievement. And also, off the field, those simply aren't experiences, they often lead to stronger confidence because they get to have better communication and friendships that carry out of the field, especially into schools, into daily life, and just friends that can they feel comfortable with because they are similar and they share the same experiences. And my goal also is that no child feels is limited to based off their abilities, but instead they're also recognized for the abilities they have and the value they bring to their community because it's just important to know those abilities rather than just discriminating them.
Cool. And then they're able to typically take these skills and carry it over into school, improving their focus in class and resilience, and generally overall in helping them succeed. Correct.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's
Beautiful.
completely.
That's nice. Like it. So, is there any one particular story that stands out with some kid that was positively impacted through your program that you can share?
Yeah, every single time I try to get more volunteers or try to get more clients, I always use this one story that makes my heart break. And this story is with my family friend who is a young boy. I'm pretty sure he's 7 years old, and he is on the autism spectrum.
Hmm.
And I've noticed him at school because we go to the same school that he was just really shy and often was left out. Even though he was part of the special education department, he's always just been independent and he was never talking to anyone or yeah, which uh, which made me realize which also made me realize this was something I had to do, which also helped me part join camp and start Buddy Up Sports. And when I started Buddy Up Sports, he started playing basketball with these kids and soccer, who welcomed him and cheered for him, like
Hmm.
just because they're similar and they know what they're going through, and which just made him know that there's people out there. And over time, he became more confident. He started smiling more, which was really awesome. And
Nice.
even started making a new friends at school because I always see him walking with other people, even though he's being treated as a different ability. He knows what he has, and he knows he has more friends. Yeah,
Terrific. Yeah, that's truly the power of inclusion, because if you're able to put a smile on the face of another child, normal or differently abled, that's just brilliant. So obviously all of this has kind of shaped you personally as well, because you're also a teenager, and it's giving you purpose in life. So how is it helping shape your goals in terms of your future?
Right. This had a lot of impact on me. It's really huge. It's more than what I can explain it to you. But this experience has shown me the main point of inclusion and
Mm.
the impact one idea, just a single idea, can have on a community, especially these little children, because they're maturing and growing at this age, which shows that one improvement in this community can affect everyone in a different way. And it's inspired for me to pursue a future where I can keep continue doing this after Buddy of Sports when I go off to college, where I can keep creating solutions that bring people together and make a real difference in their life. Because making a difference is making something new, making a memorable impact on their life for the rest of their life. And it has also taught me personally leadership,
Mm.
perseverance, and mainly patience, and also the importance of standing up for what matters, which are qualities that I want to carry into my career, and hopefully that will shape my future and continue my career pursuits.
It most certainly will, and you're going exactly the right direction for a high school senior. This is very, very good. So, what's the future of Buddy Up Sports? Any new upcoming projects? Any thoughts? What are you planning to? Where are you planning to take it from here?
Yeah, definitely. There's a huge future of Buddy Up Sports, and I would say the future of Buddy Up Sports is about expanding the impact
Mm.
beyond just my driveway, the local parks that I use, and currently I am working on building more structured partnerships with schools and other community centers, such as Camp, so that adaptive sports can reach more kids who need them. And I want to grow just from small workshops such as like neighborhood basketball, soccer, into more seasonal programs, and possibly connect with Lone Star or big soccer clubs and basketball clubs, where they can also start teams for the special education and children with disabilities. So then they can also feel together and feel included in a larger aspect. And one project I'm especially excited about is launching Buddy Up clinics, where I hope to bring volunteers, coaches, athletic staff, and different types of aspects of athletics to run adaptive sports on weekends. And this will not only give the children with disability a chance to play, but also educate other peers and volunteers about inclusion, and hopefully start another center of Buddy Up Sports in a different state, a different community, which will bring more exposure to Buddy Up Sports, which will make it national. And I hope that's the main goal of this. And I hope to see Buddy of Sports becoming a recognized platform where adaptive sports are treated as like separate, but still part of bringing the community together. And at the end, the goal is simple. And let me put this in sports terms. No child has to be a fan. They can also be a participant.
Beautiful. It's a terrific message. Really quickly, in 30 seconds, if you want to leave a heartfelt message about inclusivity and about play for people who are watching or listening, what would that be?
Yeah, sure. I'm like this one. Every child deserves to a chance to play and feel included, and isn't just about giving extra, but it's also a chance to show them there's chance out there and prove them they can shine out in the community. And if we bring communities together, it's going to bring stronger teams, kinder communities, and a brighter future.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it.
super. All of what you're doing, Likhit, is fantastic. Keep it going. I hope you don't drop the ball once you get busy with college and everything. Continue doing this. Keep playing ball with the kids. Keep shining the light of inclusivity
Yeah.
through the community and across America. Thanks for joining us today,
All
and
right.
wish you very very well in your life.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right. So that was Likhit Juluri, and again with a brilliant message and action to support the message. Spread the word, people. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll see you again with another episode soon. This is your host, RJ Venki, signing off for today's Southern Spice. Take care.